much. All right, so I'm going to mute everyone and then we'll get started. So, Isopnishad Mantra 6 today. This is week 7 then. Let's pay our obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. This verse is about the vision of a Mahabhagavata. So, I cannot think of any other Mahabhagavata than Prabhupada. So, my heartful obeisances to Srila Prabhupada for giving me the life. So, let's pay our obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, to Radha Govinda. And this is what we are doing. Mantra 4 to 8 is the second part of his Upanishad. Mantra 4 explains why such people are unable to understand Lord's position. He is beyond material calculation and is thus known only when he reveals himself. We studied the contradiction that we cannot understand Krishna if Krishna is covering himself by his internal potency. Mantra 5, we discussed the 3 apparent contradiction. It continues the discussion that describing that the Lord has inconceivable potencies which render him unknowable to those whom he does not favor. This is Mantra 6, describes the vision of one who can see Krishna everywhere, the Mahabhagavata. People say Shiva is God. Okay, we are going to actually hear today what does it really mean to Shiva as God. What does it mean that how does a devotee of Krishna seeing God and everybody else is not? 7 continues describing the consciousness of Mahabhagavata, and 8 describes some qualities of the Lord as he is known by the Mahabhagavata as described in Mantra 7. So 3 contradictory statements in ISO 5, we studied this. Touch a jaiti, tad na jaiti, walks and does not walk. Far away but very near. He's inside and is outside. We discussed all this last week. So walks but does not walk. I gave example of Sakshi Gopal. Far away but very near. Krishna is sitting in Goloka Vrindavan, but he's right inside my heart. Inside everything and outside everything. He's inside my heart and is also outside in the form of his energy. Isho 5, Isho 6. Are you all listening to Prabhupada's lecture that I am sending at the end of each class? Are you all listening?
Yes. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Because if you're not listening to Prabhupada, then this listening is not of much use. Please listen to Prabhupada. All right, so I'll chant and then few of you who wants to chant can raise their hands. Yashtu sarvani bhutani atmani evanupashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani evanupashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate. Nidhi Srivastav Mataji, please go ahead.
यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मनि एव नु पश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चत्मानं तत्तो न विजयुगुप्सते.
Very nice, thank you. Surya Mahalakshmi Mataji. You have so many 108s. Mataji, you can unmute.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanu sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate.
Okay, I'm just going to mute everyone because someone else is over speaking over you. Thank you, Mataji. So, Lalita Boravali Mataji Krishna, you can unmute yourself. Lalita Boravali Mataji. Where did you go?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yetu sarvani bhutani atmani eva nupasyati sarva bhuteshu cha atmanam tato na vijugupsate.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Shri Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yestu sarvani bhutani atmani ivanu pashyati sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijuguptase. Hare
Very
Krishna.
nice. Thank you, Mataji. Shilpaja Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare
यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मानि एवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. All right, who is next? Uma Kannan Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
Hare Krishna.
यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मानि एवनुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते. हरे
Thank you,
कृष्ण
Mataji.
माताजी.
Very nice. Vijay Kannan Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
Hare Krishna.
सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मनि एवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Priyadarshini Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मानेवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते.
Thank you,
Krishna
Mataji. Dr. Nirupama Devi Mataji.
कृष्ण माताजी.
Hare Krishna.
यासु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मानि एवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Kiran Sareen Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
Hare Krishna.
यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मानि एवानुपश्यति सर्वे भूतेषु चात्मानं ततो तु न विजुगुप्सते.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Meenakshi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मानि इवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते.
Thank you, Mataji. Please don't speak over each other. Everyone will get chance. Girija Mataji, go ahead.
यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मानि इवनुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते.
Thank you,
हरे
Mataji.
कृष्ण माताजी.
Manohar Punjabi Prabhu. Go ahead, Prabhu.
यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मने एवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते.
Thank you, Prabhu. Neetu Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मन्येवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Jaya Tejwani Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
Hare
यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मा इवानुपश्यति सर्वे भूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Duty Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मानि एवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Roja Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
Hare
यस्तु
Krishna.
सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मानि एवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Deshpande Prabhu. Deshpande Prabhu.
Hello. Yes, yes. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मान्येवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते.
Very nice. Thank you. Rest of you who is not chanting, please try to memorize the verse. You should memorize this verse before the end of this class. Smita Mataji.
यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मन्येवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Dr. Indra.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
Hare
यस्तु
Krishna.
सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मानि इवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you, Mataji. Dr. Parekh.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanya ivanupashyati sarva bhuteshu chitmanam tato na vijugupsate.
Very nice. Thank you, Dr. Parekh.
Thank you.
Geeta Mataji. Geeta Mataji, you can unmute yourself.
Hear me now?
Krishna.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani evanupashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate.
Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, are you logged in from 2 devices?
No, only one.
Okay, thank you. There's another Geeta.
There is another Gita. Yeah, I also saw that.
Hare Krishna. Sukanya Prasad Mataji.
यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मानि इव नुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो मा विजुगुप्सते.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, Geeta Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yastu sarvani bhutane atmane ivana pasyati sarva bhutesu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Leena Pai Mataji. Girls rule.
Hare
huh?
Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani ivanupashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Rajni Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani ivanu pashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Shobha Malli Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, tu sarvani bhutani atmani eva nupashyati sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Gayatri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani eva nupashyati sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Vimla
I'm not audible?
Shashikaran Mataji, you are audible. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Yes.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani eva anupashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Dr. Kapoor.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Are you in a situation to chant?
Yeah, I'm just patient waiting in front. Anyway, I will speak out.
Yes.
I have a patient in front of me. It's okay. I'll speak
Okay,
out.
then we can
Then
do
it's
it later.
okay. Now I got a chance. It's okay. Yatu sarvani bhutani atmani eva anupasyate sarva bhuteshu cha atmanam tatana vijugupsate.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, Rajashri Mataji, and then Rashmi Mataji will read. And Rajashri Mataji, go ahead.
Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanu pashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, people who have not chanted are going to read. So keep your hands raised. Angara Mataji and Rashmi Mataji, who have chanted, please take a back seat. Give people chance who have not chanted to read. All right, translation. By His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He who systematically sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord, who sees all living entities as His part and parcel, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything or any being. He who systematically sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord, who sees all living entities as His parts and parcel, who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything or any being. This is a vision of a Mahabhagavata. This is a description of a Mahabhagavata, the great personality who sees everything in relation to Krishna. Krishna is present everywhere and He is behind everything. He does not hate anyone, nor is he in anxiety or illusion. Who is this? My co-host, who is this? Who is this personality? Seema Mataji.
Mataji, is it Narad Muni? I'm not very sure.
Yes, very nice. Yes. Narad Muni is giving instructions to Prahlad Maharaj's mother. When Hiranyakashipu went to do the austerities, the Devatas attacked Prahlad Maharaj's mother, and she was pregnant with Prahlad Maharaj. Narad Muni gave her shelter. And the Narad Muni was reciting Srimad Bhagavatam to her. She slept, but the baby inside heard. So important, huh? Mother is carrying the baby. Even though she slept, the child heard. And he was Prahlad Maharaj. So he does not hate. He is her. He did not say that, oh, your husband has gone to do the austerities and he's an asura, so I'm going to make you a bondage. No, a bondage. So these are the three adhikaris, three levels of devotees: Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, and Uttama Adhikari. Kanishta Adhikari is the lowest grade, but they are devotees. They believe in Ekanam, Lord's present only in the temple, and that's it. They're very much inclined to the deity worship with a lot of awe and reverence, but they don't see the Lord in anywhere else. They don't know how to interact with other Vaishnavas. They think that Krishna is in the form of Archa Vigraha, is all in all. So actually Prabhupada talks about it as they are material devotees. That particular adhikari, that particular devotee is a material devotee. It's attached to the external, sees only matter, but their faith is very soft and pliable. They can be changed. They can be changed by jugglery of words. They're not fixed. And they're not very much familiar with the conclusions of the Shastras. They may be first initiated. They may have received the Harinam initiation, but someone can still be on the Kanishta stage. Okay, but now by practice of Krishna consciousness, they can come to Madhyama stage. Madhyama stage generally second initiation, Archa Vigraha, they worship the deity. They can distinguish between four things. They can distinguish between the friends. So with their peers, they make friends. To the innocent, they show compassion and mercy. To the envious people, they avoid. And to Krishna, they love. So these are the four distinguishing things that a Madhyama Adhikari can see, a person in the middle platform. This particular person is a preacher, and they have firm faith in Krishna and scriptures, and they constantly chant. This particular person's faith cannot be shaken. They have crossed this stage, cannot be shaken. But the highest stage is Uttama Adhikari. Undeviated devotional service and free from tendency to criticize. It should be to criticize, sorry. So undeviated devotional service. Like Srila Prabhupada, we can say undeviated. Srila Prabhupada, nothing other than serving Krishna. All living entities are perfect because they see Krishna everywhere. They actually don't see anyone who is at fault because they are seeing Krishna, not the person. They only see the spirit, and they have an unshakable faith. And Atmaram. Atmaram means the person who takes pleasure in himself. Queen Kunti prays to Krishna as Atmaram. Who knows the verse? Yes. What is that Atmaram verse in Queen Kunti's prayer? There is a Atmaram verse in Chaitanya in Srimad Bhagavatam also, but I'm talking about Queen Kunti's prayer. Does anyone know the Atmaram verse? What is that verse? When I'm thinking now. Atmaramaya Shantaya Kevalya Namo Akinchana Vittaya Nivritta Gunavittaye Atmaramaya Shantaya Kevalya Pataye Namaha. Queen Kunti prays to Krishna, Namo Akinchana Vittaya. Krishna, you're the property of the materially impoverished. Namo Akinchana Vittaya Nivritta Gunavittaye, who's not affected by the modes of nature. Atma Ramaya Shantaya. Krishna, you take pleasure in yourself. So the devotee who is so attached to you also learns to take pleasure in himself. So that is Namo Akinchana Vittaya Nivritta Gunavittaye. We are scared that, oh, I will be poverty stricken. Oh, I will die. Oh, if I don't have my money, oh, this thing will happen. But this particular devotee is Atmaram. They actually embrace poverty. We have example of 6 Goswamis. I'm not saying that we have to, we have to copy them, but I'm just citing an example of a difference between a material vision and a spiritual vision. So Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, the eldest of all the Goswamis, were billionaires. They were billionaires. When he retired, Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, he had a boat full of gold coins. If we have one gold coins, we feel ourselves very lucky, right? He had a boat full of gold coins. Whole boat was full. He was a billionaire. But Takta Turna Shesha Mandalapati. They became Turna Shesha. They accepted a loincloth and a mandala in which they will collect water to drink. They accepted money. They embraced poverty. Why? Because they wanted to dedicate their time to Krishna. Lot of wealth is a distraction. If it is not used in service to Krishna, it is a distraction, and a devotee does not want to be distracted. It's a waste of time. People who have big house, it looks like they are very happy because their happiness is proportional to the house that they live in. But there is so much maintenance. There's so much time wasted. That time could have been used in something else, but there's so much time is wasted in cleaning and keeping up with the maintenance requirements. And I am supposed to become Krishna conscious, go to Vaikuntha and live in that house, which is like eternally made of jewels. Krishna's house is made of jewels. The pillars are made of precious stones, not like cement or paint or harmful chemicals. That is where I belong, actually. So this person can inspire others to chant. So it takes a lot of purification for anyone to be able to convince someone else to chant Hare Krishna. And they lift everyone up, and they're a guru. This person is a guru. Srila Prabhupada, we can put the definition 100% in Uttamadhikari. So Prabhupada talks about these three levels in this particular verse. Then he also talks about that those who are imitating Uttamadhikari, the best thing is to avoid or ignore them. If you preach to them, they might think you are envious of them. And if you ignore them, a way of giving mercy, they might come to realize they are not so advanced. Person may think, oh, I'm chanting more than 16 rounds. I am so advanced. Better to ignore such a person. Because a person who's really chanting, not mechanically, really chanting, thinks themselves lower than the straw on the street. That's really Narottam Das Thakur. When we sing that bhajan, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More, Tomo Bina Ke Dayalu Jagat Sansare. Right, Shri Krishna, and then he says that Narottama Baro Dukhi. Krishna Koro Narottama Sukhi. However, he's saying that he's very, very unhappy. You can only make me happy. But if you come in touch with a Krishna conscious, a person who's chanting Hare Krishna, I'm just telling you, we have to be beware, because otherwise what happens, I've seen it, that people come to the temple and then they think that everybody is going to be of the same caliber. And then they see some flaw and then they say, oh, Hare Krishnas are like that. Okay, so we are not going to associate with them. The problem is not with Hare Krishnas. The problem is that everyone is sadhaka bhakta. We're trying. They don't see the trying. Okay, I have so many faults, but I'm still chanting. So we have to, recognize and choose our friends. We can leave them. If you see some fault in some devotee, you're not their guru. It's an offense to criticize anyone. Krishna does not like it. The guru if the guru can find offense and correct, or a parent can find offense and correct, or a teacher can find offense and correct, or mother and father can find some problem in the child and correct. But there is this find offense and correct, but not like just prajalpa or social talk. Or the other thing I hear a lot or I have seen is enviousness. Somebody is chanting Hare Krishna, naturally they will become attractive. If they're really chanting Hare Krishna, naturally Krishna decorates that person with all the saintly qualities. Naturally. Right? You go to Navanishta Prabhu's class. I am telling each and every one of you, go to Navanishta Prabhu's class. Naturally, you will be attracted to what Prabhu is saying. Naturally. He's not, making it up. He's not doing anything. Why naturally? Because of the sincerity. He's very sincere. I have seen temples across the world. I have never seen anyone in ISKCON Mangalore. Those devotees are so special. I am associated with that temple for the longest, half of my life. Half of my life I am with that temple. And I know them inside out. I know them. I have been with the temple through thick and thin. When I'm telling you, you look at Prabhu, you hear Prabhu, you feel so attractive. So attractive. Why? Why? Because he's so elevated. He's austere. But a person in a Kanishta stage will think, first of all, that I'm very advanced. I'm supposed to get a lot of praise and appreciation, number one. So that's sense gratification. And number two, they become envious of somebody who's superior to them. So they criticize. They criticize. And that's offense. That's mad elephant offense. They won't get Krishna. Krishna does not like it. A person who is really sincerely chanting Hare Krishna will pay respectful obeisances to a person who's more advanced and will think that, oh, this person is serving Krishna so nicely. When will I be able to do that? Okay, so it's not that we become jealous. We are not a resident of material world. Material world means enviousness. Spiritual world means appreciation and service. So you can choose. We all can see. Krishna is in my heart. We all can see. We cannot put up a mask and go on day after day, day after day, day after day with one thing. We will get tired. A person will feel tired. Oh, I can't do this anymore. Why? Because you were actually never doing it from the heart. Or I was never doing it from the heart. Prabhupada introduces the word anupashyati. So be very careful. This verse is telling us our future. If I do this, then it becomes this. If I don't do this, then I become this. Prabhupada introduces the word anupashyati. Anu means to follow. Pashyati means to observe. Shastra chakshu, seeing through the ears. Observing by hearing. Developing vision, following those who have it. Accepting the concepts and understanding they have. Okay, we do that. We send our children to school. We go to our colleges. We go to conferences. We go to so many meetings. Why? Because we want to hear from people who are more experienced. Why? Because we'll get knowledge. We have faith. Hearing this particular person will give me knowledge that I am lacking, right? And then I will be able to see what is what. So if I follow, if I develop a sense of hearing, then my vision will become clear. It starts from ear. It never starts from the eyes. It starts from ears. One should not see things as he does with the naked eyes, but should follow the seers of higher vision, the previous acharyas, Jnaninas Tattvadarshina. Right? This is 4.34, chapter 4, verse 34 in Bhagavad Gita. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadakshanti tad jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. That person who's advanced can give you the darshan, can give you the knowledge because they have seen the truth. One cannot see properly unless one has heard from a superior source, Vedic wisdom, spoken by the Lord himself. This is Shabda Brahma, revelation. The word of acharyas and the scriptures is identical. So there are two Bhagavatas. One is called Person Bhagavata, which is like Vapu of the person, like Person Bhagavata, and another is called Book Bhagavata, the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the book, and then the Person Bhagavata who talks about it, Uttam Adhikari, like Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is Person Bhagavata. And then he also gave us the book Bhagavata. So he's complete. They're identical. What Prabhupada is talking and what Prabhupada is writing in Srimad Bhagavatam are going to be same, one and the same thing. Right? So Parikshit Maharaj, how did he develop the vision of Krishna? By hearing from Sukadeva Goswami. Use the holes of the ears to hear. Use it. Okay, two levels of seeing are there. One is I see, like I use these eyes and I see around. Okay, I'm seeing that, okay, this is daytime somewhere in the world. Nighttime, I'm seeing most of the cameras are off. But then I hear, I accept. Seeing with the heart. Accepting the authority is one way of seeing. So other one is that I hear and I accept. Like mother tells the child, this is your father. So okay, by hearing, the person is seeing the father. By hearing, accepting it in the heart. In this material world, a lot that we see depends on our perspective or attitude. According to the condition of the heart, we perceive. So if my heart is impure, I will never be able to see the things clearly, even though I could be presented. You see, when Krishna was present himself, how many people were able to see that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Krishna was visible. He was roaming around in Vrindavan, in Dwarka, Mathura, in Kurukshetra. How many were actually able to acknowledge, even though he was there? Only a handful. Why others were not able to acknowledge? Was he invisible to them? No, but their heart was not ready. Their heart was not purified. They did not want. So even if we can be chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, be very careful. Be very, very careful, because you're playing with fire. Ultimately, my death is my business. Okay, it's my business. I am the one dying my own death. Prabhupada gives example, 2 aeroplanes flying in the air. So if something happens to one airplane, the other airplane can do nothing. Still has to fight its own battle. So if I am doing offenses, if I am not being careful about my chanting, then I am the one who is actually digging my own grave. Nobody else gets affected. And actually, if we find defect in someone else, if we criticize someone else, I actually add on their karma in my life, and the other person gets rid of their karma. Okay, if I say, oh, this person is, let's say I say, this person is very knowledgeable. Okay? Even though in the heart of my heart, I am very envious that how can that person has more knowledge than me? Or say, this person is more loved. In the heart of heart, I have a desire that I need to be loved, but I say, this person is more loved. Oh, you're so loved. We can put up a mask and talk like this, but in the heart of heart, it's the enviousness or the need which is not met. Then actually that I am accumulating that person's karma. I am adding on to my account. Go on, go on, go on. I can chant Hare Krishna like that millions of years. Nothing will happen. Intelligence is the ability to perceive things in proper perspective, the reality. That is intelligence. Come back to the center. So this is a material vision. You can be like illusory. How many legs do I have? I feel when I saw this picture first, I felt like maybe like 6 legs. But we see through the parampara. We see what Krishna, what Prabhupada teaches us, what he shows us. That's what I see. Okay, we're going to read now. It's kind of a scary verse. It's a lot of do's and don'ts. All right, so Rashmi Mataji, go ahead, and Angara Mataji.
Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani evanupashyanti sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijogapsyate. Translation: a person who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and sees all entities as his part and parcel, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything nor any being. Purport. Here is an example of the Mahabhagavata, the greatest personality who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are 3 stages of realizing the presence of the Supreme Lord. The Kanishta Adhikari, the person who is in the lowest stage of realization of the Lord, goes to one place of worship, such as a temple, church, or mosque, in terms of his particular type of religious faith, and worships Lord and worships there in terms of the scriptural injunctions. Such devotees think that Lord is there at the place of worship and nowhere else. Such devotees cannot recognize who is in what position in the devotional line, and or in terms of realization of the Supreme Lord. They follow the routine formula and sometimes quarrel among themselves, estimating one particular type of worship better than another. These Kanishta Adhikaris in the lowest stage of devotion are called materialistic devotees, or those just trying to transcend the material boundary to reach the spiritual plane.
Thank you, Mata. Thank you. Very nice. So this is the explanation of Mahabhagavata. What is the explanation of Mahabhagavata? A person, well, we can check ourselves. If I am thinking, that I'm Ma Bhagavata and I deserve so much of respect from other people, and especially the Hare Krishnas, then look, a person who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and sees all entities as his parts and parcel, who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything nor any being. Never hates anything nor any being. Am I there? So first stage is lowest stage, 3 stages of realization of the presence of Supreme Lord. So we are talking about realization. Okay, so Upanishad is building up now. We are not just talking about theory. Kanishta is the lowest stage of realization. Now these are the 5 symptoms I highlighted. Goes to the place of worship, temple, church, mosque, in terms of his particular type of religious faith, and worships there in terms of scriptural injunctions. But such devotee thinks that the Lord is there at the place of worship and nowhere else. And they fail to recognize the position of others in the devotional service. They fail to recognize that each one of us actually are given the human form of life so that each one of us can independently surrender to Krishna. We can all help each other, but we still have to work on ourselves first. Because they fail to recognize and they fail to build the meaningful relationships with other Vaishnavas, they remain they are committing offense to their own life. Such devotees, they follow the routine formulas and sometimes they quarrel among themselves, estimating one type of worship is better than the others. Is the lower stage, and this is called materialistic devotee, or just trying to transcend the material body to reach the spiritual plane. Okay, Angara Mataji, you can unmute. Next above these are Kanishta.
Next above these Kanishta Adhikari are the Madhyam Adhikaris, the devotees who are in the intermediate stage of devotional service. These Madhyam Adhikaris observe 4 principles in relation to the Supreme Lord, which are as follows. 1, they see first of all the Supreme Lord. 2, they see next the devotees of the Lord. 3, they see also the innocent who have no knowledge.
Your audio is not proper.
And at last, 4, they see the atheists who have no faith in the Lord. Can you hear me?
Yes, but it's breaking up for me.
Not
okay,
here.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mataji.
Can you
Everyone,
hear me?
please check your audio settings. Yes, Mataji, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. They also see the 4, they see the atheists who have no faith in the Lord and who hate those in the devotional line. The Madhyam Adhikari devotee behaves differently towards the different above mentioned 4 principles. He adores the Lord, considering him the object of love, and he makes friendship with those who are in the devotional line. He tries to awaken the dormant love of Godhead in the hearts of the innocent people, but he does not approach the atheist who deride at the very name of the Lord.
Thank you, Mataji.
Above
Thank you. Let's talk about Madhyam Adhikari. Thank you. So, Madhyama Adhikari is the intermediate stage where they can see 4 things. What are the 4 things? That they see the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they see the devotees, they can distinguish who is a devotee and who is not a devotee, and also who is a innocent person. Okay, and then based on these things, you see, we can divide it. We see that Brahmabhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kankshati sama sarveshu bhuteshu. There we say sama sarveshu, mane equal vision for everyone. But that equal vision for everyone is in the Uttamadhikari stage. When someone is in the Madhyama stage, they distinguish. And it is important to distinguish. It's not a problem. It's a need, because they need to know where to preach and where not to preach, so that they can save their own devotional life as well. Okay, behaves differently. To Krishna, they love. To devotees, they make friendship in the devotional line with people who are in devotional line. To innocent, they show compassion and they preach. To atheistic, they try to ignore. Just ignore. Kirti Mataji, you ready to read?
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Above the Madhyama Adhikari, there is the Uttama Adhikari devotee who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord. He does not make any particular discrimination between the atheist and the theist, but sees in every one of them the part and parcel of God. He knows there is no difference between a vastly learned Brahman and a dog in the street, because both of them are the Lord, though in different embodiments due to the different qualities of material action. The Brahmana particle of the Supreme Lord has not misused the little independence given him by the Lord, but the dog particle has misused his independence, and thus he has been punished by the law of nature, being encaged in the ignorant form of a dog. Without considering the respective actions of the Brahman and the dog, the Uttama Adhikari tries to do good to both. Such a learned devotee of the Lord is not misled by the material bodies of the Brahman and the dog, but he is attracted by the spiritual spark within the respective entities.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so does not make a particular discrimination between atheist and theist. They just go and preach. We have example from the Shastras who are on Uttamadhikari. Of course, Prabhupada is an Uttamadhikari. Prabhupada preached to the hippies. When the Bowery Street of New York, if you go to that Bowery Street, I have seen that street, you want to run away. I cannot even sustain the kind of smell that comes. Prabhupada lived there. He lived in the middle of those people who were, Prabhupada, when he would go to his apartment, he had to actually cross over the people who were drunk and unconscious on the floor. He lived and he preached. So he did not distinguish. Prabhupada is Uttamadhikari, so pure. He did not distinguish whether this is a nice place or a filthy place. Sat in the filthiest of the place and started the worldwide movement. It's not possible. Don't copy. So they cannot distinguish. They can see the spiritual spark in the body of a Brahmana or a body of a dog. They can distinguish that, okay, the Brahmana person, spirit soul, which has acquired the body of a Brahmana, has actually not misused a little independence given by Krishna, but the spirit soul in the body of dog has misused its independence and is so sitting in the body of a dog and is not misled by the material bodies. Is very interested in the spiritual spark. Shivananda Sen is a devotee in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Shivananda Sen used to arrange the pilgrimage for all the devotees to go to in Chaitanya Leela, to go to different places like Jagannath Puri, Vrindavan, all these places. So one time Shivananda Sen was arranging the transport and for the devotees to go, and then there was this dog who came and sat in his boat. Shivananda Sen made arrangements for the dog also. He did not reject because he's also Uttamadhikari. And then we hear that this particular dog also got liberation. Liberation in a dog body. Dog actually represents a person who was very envious. You know, when you're passing and the dog starts barking, why have you come here? Why have you come here? Very, very territorial. Is actually a result of being very envious. So we get these lower bodies. Okay, Leena Mataji, Leena Bhatt Mataji, you can read the next.
Those who imitate an Uttamadhikari in terms of the sense of oneness or fellowship, but who behave in terms of bodily relationships, are false philanthropists. Therefore, the concept of universal brotherhood must be learned from the Uttama Adhikari, devotee of the Lord, and not from a foolish person who has no proper vision of the individual soul and of the super soul, the plenary expansion of the Supreme Lord which dwells everywhere. In this mantra of Sri Ishopanishad, it is clearly mentioned that one should observe or see. This means one must follow the previous Acharya, the perfected teacher. Anuspayati is the exact Sanskrit word used in this connection.
Mataji,
Anu means...
Let's take a break here. So we studied the class. What have we studied so far? We studied that this particular verse is giving us a glimpse of a vision of Mahabhagavata and how they find Krishna everywhere. And we studied that there are 3 stages of realization. One is called Kanishtha, one is called Madhyama, and another is called Uttama. And we studied the symptoms of each one of them. And then the final wording or caution is that don't try to imitate Uttamadhikari, because the imitation person will only end up creating havoc. Prabhupada taught the universal concept of brotherhood, right? How did he teach? First of all, bringing Krishna consciousness to each and every corner of the world. Secondly, in Mayapur, Mayapur is an example of unity in diversity. Mayapur, the devotees come from all over the world. All over the world, they come and they are welcomed. They come and they are welcomed and they worship Krishna together. That is unity in diversity. They are all united from this part, that part. Just go to Mayapur. Next time you have a break, go to Mayapur in India and see. You will see everyone. One time, I think I have that interview. I'll try to look up. WHO people went to Mayapur and they were interviewing. So one person is from Japan, another person is from Korea, another person is from Russia, another person is from Africa, another person is from America, another person is from UK, another person is from India. You see, all over the world, they're all living in Mayapur. Why? Because they want to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there. So they were also astonished that how come they're all living so peacefully, living together? How come this particular small place is able to endorse so many types of lifestyles? Because of the blessing of Uttamadhikari. Okay, in this mantra, Anupashyati is the exact. Mataji, you can read. Namita Mataji.
Oh yeah. Hare Krishna Mataji. This means one must follow the previous acharya, the perfected teacher. Anupasyati is the exact Sanskrit word used in this connection. Anu means by following and pasyati means to observe. One should not try to see things as he does with the naked eye. The naked eye cannot see anything properly due to its material defectiveness. One cannot see properly unless one has heard from a superior source. And the highest source is the Vedic wisdom spoken by the Lord himself. The truth is coming in disciplic succession from the Lord to Brahma, from Brahma to Narada, from Narad to Vyasa, and from Vyasa to many of his disciples. Formerly, there was no necessity of recording the message of the Vedas because people of earlier ages were more intelligent and had sharper memories, and they could follow instructions simply by hearing once from the mouth of a bona fide spiritual master. At present, there are many commentaries on the revealed scriptures, but most of them are not in the line of Srila Vyasadeva, who originally taught the Vedic wisdom. The final, most perfect and sublime work of Srila Vyasadeva is the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the correct commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. Similarly, there is the Bhagavad Gita, which is spoken by the Lord himself and which was recorded by Vyasadeva. These are the most important of the many revealed scriptures, and any commentary which does not conform to the principles of the Gita or the Srimad Bhagavatam is unauthorized. There is complete symmetrical agreement between the Upanishads, Vedanta, the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, no one should try to reach any conclusion about the Vedas without being instructed by members of the line of Vyasadeva, or at least those who believe in the personality of Godhead and his diverse energies.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you,
Very nice.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Anupashyati is the word. Anu means following, and then Pashyati means observe. So observe by following. And what does it mean? Following what? Following the conclusion. The conclusion of the acharyas. Follow the conclusion. How do we follow the conclusion? By hearing them. By hearing. We have to hear. We cannot have a bypass. We cannot have shortcut that, okay, I am not going to hear because I'm so knowledgeable that I can just, go on. It's not. We read the Shastras, we read Isopnishad, we read Bhagavad Gita, we read Srimad Bhagavatam, so that I can become fixed in my chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. We should not read, I can become a very big scholar and earn a lot of respect from the public in general. No. I want to earn the attention of Krishna. That is my goal of life. So we hear and we read so that I can chant Hare Krishna with more and more conviction and faith. And anything that we hear should come in conjunction with the unanimous decision given in Upanishad, Vedanta, Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam. Everywhere we should have the same conclusion. That is why we need this disciplic succession and we need Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. They never contradict each other. Okay, so Priya Mataji, you can read the last verse.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Only one who is already in the liberated status, according to the Bhagavad Gita, can become an Uttama Adhikari devotee and can see everyone or every living being as his own brother. This cannot be seen by politicians who are always after some material gain. Imitation of this liberated status is to serve the outward body for fame or some such reward, but is not service to the spirit's soul. Such imitators have no information of the spiritual world. The Uttama Adhikari sees the spiritual soul of an entity and serves him as spirit, which includes matter automatically.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
This is very nice. So if somebody is imitating, like Sahajiya Bhakta, the term is Sahajiya Bhakta. If somebody is imitating that, oh, I'm so elevated, oh, I'm this. Actually, they are doing sense gratification because they want to they want to attract the attention of people, cheap attention, and earn some fame, name, or money. So many imitation gurus are there, right? So-called gurus. All right, ready? I'm just going to lower all the hands so that everyone can get this buzzer round going. All right, questions. Give the English meaning of the terms ekatvam anupashyataha. Means, or you can take it as anupashyati, Krishna. Yes. Yes, Simi Mataji.
Anupashyati means follow and observe.
Follow by observing.
Observation, yeah.
Very nice. Thank you. Yes, Lakshmi Mataji, what do you want to say? Follow by observation. Very nice.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Follow by observation, Mataji.
Very nice.
Anupashyatanu is to follow and Pashyati is observance.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. All right, Girij Mataji.
It's observing by hearing.
Very
Basic.
nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah.
Very nice. Admin, Madhavi Mataji. Oh, admin.
Mataji, it is observing in a systematic manner and hearing. Hearing and observing in a very systematic manner.
Observing by hearing. You observe the thing after you hear it from the Guru.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Like, for example, Archa Vigraha. Okay, now for a non-devotee, Archa Vigraha is made of stone or metal. But a person who has heard from a devotee, heard from a proper source, knows. Now they have heard that Archa Vigraha is Krishna himself, then they will see Krishna there. They will not see the matter. Okay, thank you, Mataji. All right, next question. I got some questions, answers in the chat too. Observing by following previous Acharya. Fantastic. Observer. Very nice. Thank you, everyone. All right. Describe 2 symptoms. Ready to press the buzzers? 2 symptoms of each. Tell me that is 2 symptoms of a Kanishta Adhikari. Yes, raise your hands. People who have not answered, not spoken, nothing done today. Raise your hands. I will give chance to a person who has done nothing today. Everybody who has raised hand have done something today. Reshma Mataji. Yes, Reshma Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. They are materialistic devotees who are simply trying to transcend the material boundary to reach.
Mataji, your voice volume is so low. Can you please increase?
Yes, Mataji. Now is it better? Hare Krishna.
Okay. Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji.
These devotees go to a place of worship such as temple and church, and according to their religious faith, worship according to scriptures. That's one point.
Ah.
And they consider the Lord to be present at the place of worship and nowhere else.
Okay, very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Mangayakar Tilakam Mataji, you are Sita Mataji's mother, right?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hi,
Lord
Krishna
is
Mataji,
present in
your
the
voice is
temple.
also.
Lord is present in the temple. Not familiar. They are not familiar with the Shastras.
They're not familiar with the Shastras. Okay, very nice. First initiation and their faith is soft and pliable. Thank you. Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much. Imitate urban adhikari nahi hai, uttam adhikari hai. Very nice. All right, next two symptoms. Madhyam adhikari. What are the symptoms of a madhyam adhikari? People who have not said anything, they will get the first chance. Otherwise, I'm going to choose if you're not raising hands. Usha's iPad. Yes, Mataji. Two symptoms of a Madhyam Adhikari.
Mataji, the Madhyam Adhikaris, they have got 4 principles. The first two being that they see the Supreme Lord. And secondly, they see also the innocent, even though they have no knowledge of the God.
And thirdly?
Sir, they see the atheists who have no faith and they hate them.
Now,
And
hate
lastly,
me, ignore them. They don't, they ignore them.
Ignore them.
Okay.
And they see the Supreme Lord.
Supreme Lord to ho gaya. They see the devotees of the Lord.
Devotees of the Lord.
Okay. Very nice, Mataji. Yes, Rita Mataji. Rita Panjwani Mataji. Please unmute. Two symptoms of a Madhyama. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. Yes, Mataji. You are unmuted, but I can't hear you. Yes.
You want of second, Madhyam, right?
Right.
He's a preacher who has faith in Krishna and he's constantly chanting.
Okay, that's one point. I'll take it as a one verse. His preacher has firm faith in Krishna.
And he constantly chants.
Constantly chanting, Uttamadhikari mein bhi hota hai. Okay, anything else? Constantly chanting. Constantly chanting. I'll have to check now. I'm confused. Okay. Constantly. Okay, yeah, it is there. Thank you, Mataji. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for hearing so nicely. I made the slides. I read the chapter and I only forgot. So
you're a good teacher. I'm a good student.
You're a good student. Very nice. Okay. Two symptoms of a Uttamadhikari. Chalo, who has not said? Shanta Mataji. Yes. Two signs of a Uttamadhikari. Symptoms, sorry. No boys, the boys don't want to say anything. Shanta Mataji, you can unmute. All right, I'm going to keep moving. Rajni Mataji, you can unmute.
Uttamadhikari can see atheist and theist at the same level. And if they see a god and as well a Brahmana, they can
God or dog?
Sorry, dog. They can see they can see them by their spiritual soul level or spirituality level, not just externally. They can understand.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Tadananda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Uttamadhikari sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and not misled by material bodies.
Okay, very nice. Okay, which way of receiving knowledge is the best? Which way of receiving? By seeing with a naked eye or by something else? Same hands are raised. No boys want to raise their hands. I'm gonna Bimla Mataji. Bimla Purma Mataji. Where are you? You keep moving. I'm gonna catch. Bimla Purma Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Which way of receiving knowledge is the best? You want to tell me? Mataji, you can unmute. Okay, Rashmi Prabhu, go ahead.
Through listening
Listening from where?
from bona fide spiritual gurus.
Very nice. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Shilpaja Mataji. Hearing from the Shabda Brahman. Shabda Brahman is the best. Not Prataksha Brahman, not Anuman Brahman. Shabda Brahman. Very nice. Thank you. All right. So if anyone has any questions for me, I am thinking, Hi Krishna, I'm going to lower please lower your hand so we can know who has a question. Hearing. Very nice. Yes.
Hearing and accepting.
Hearing with the submissive attitude. Very nice. Yes.
Seeing through hearing. Is it?
Yes, Mataji, you're right. Very nice. So if anyone has any question for me, you can raise your hand. I'm just going to lower all the hands first, other than Khushbu Mataji, because I know she'll have a question. I am thinking from next week, if the mantra is small, then I'm going to start teaching you what do you want to do? Vaishnava songs, or you want to do 10 offenses of the holy name? What do you want to do? What do you want to learn? 1 offense each week we can take. I'm going to allow you to unmute. Or you want to learn some Vaishnava songs? Yes, unmute and tell me.
10 offenses, Mataji.
10 offenses, Mataji.
Vaishnava songs, Mataji.
10 offenses.
Vaishnava songs.
Vaishnava
Mataji.
songs.
Both is also fine, Mataji.
Both is also fine. Very true.
So greedy, huh?
Yeah.
Both, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we'll start with the 10 offenses. So I'll start talking about one offense after every mantra. I guess we can do it one today also. Khushbu Mataji, let's see. Yes, Mataji, you can unmute.
Mataji,
Hoy, फिर से unmute करो. Please unmute.
Oh, okay. Mataji, I have 3 doubts. First is the Kanishta Adhikaris are still considered as devotees. Am I right in understanding?
Correct.
They are on the primary stage. So am I right with the understanding part of this? Because it's given that they follow, they believe that worshipping Lord is only, subjected to the religious places. So, apart from that, they are still considered as the primary level of devotees. Like they can go further.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay. That doubt is clear. My second doubt is in Madhyam Adhikari, the point number 3. They also see the innocent who have no knowledge about God, and at last, that point, are they here referring to the Kanishta Adhikaris? That point, is it referring to Kanishta Adhikari?
Oh, so you mean yes and no. Because if Kanishta Adhikari, our progress in devotional service depends on my own desire, right? It is not dependent on my neighbor's desire or my family member's desire. It is dependent on my desire. So if somebody is Kanishta and they submit that, I am stuck at this level, I really want to advance, I just don't know how. So then that person is also in the category of an innocent. But if another Kanishta is there, that, okay, I'm good enough. Whatever I'm doing is good enough. I don't really need to hear from you. I don't really need to hear from anybody because I'm good enough. So that kind of a Kanishta is not innocent. So it's yes and no.
Then Mataji, is it the Uttama Adhikari who decides that who the Adhikari is in which level?
Uttama Adhikari cannot see anything other than Krishna. They actually, Uttamadhikari has to come to the platform of Madhyamadhikari to preach, because they see everything as Krishna. They don't see anything other than Krishna, so they don't really have anyone to preach to, right? But then they come down to the level of a Madhyama and then they preach.
Okay. And Mataji, this third doubt I had was this line in under Uttama Adhikari, the Brahmana particle of the Supreme Lord has not misused the little independence given him by the Lord, but the dog particle has misused his independence, and thus he has been punished by the law of nature, being engaged in the ignorant form of a dog. I didn't really get this line properly.
Very nice. Who wants to explain her? Shobha Malli Mataji, do you want to explain Khushbu? Now, she's a PhD student. She's very intelligent. You know, you remind me of me. I used to mark like this and go and sit with Namanishta Prabhu. So, yeah, you can ask him. He can tell you everything. How I used to bother him, and he never ever showed me any hesitation that I'm asking him what kind of a question. Yes, who wants to teach her this Brahmana and a dog question? She's asking very sincerely that what are the differences? Okay, so you see, if there is a cow, let's say there is a cow, okay, Khushbu, and the cow is now, you have tied that cow to a pole with a rope. Okay, now this cow has independence. It has independence to go around only in the perimeter of the rope. Beyond that, it cannot go because it is tied.
Yes.
Like that, Krishna gives us the freedom. It's compared to the rope, the length of the rope. Krishna gives us the freedom to act. He gives us. There are 5 ways of a relationship, right? And 1A is alliance, like giving freedom. It's very important to give freedom to other person that we are in relationship with. So we are in relationship with Krishna. So Krishna gives us the freedom that do act. Now it is up to me how I'm going to use that freedom. If I have used it not in a way that that is in alignment with Krishna consciousness, then I get a body where I can forget Krishna more and more, because that's what I wanted to do. But if I use that freedom to develop my Krishna consciousness more and more, then I get a body where I can have that memory more and more. So it depends on how I used it. Okay, for example, there is a boy. A boy is a son of a millionaire. Okay, the father is a millionaire. Okay, this person, he can use his heritage and use his father's money and educate himself in a very nice institute and take care of the father's work, right? And enhance the money. So he's using his independence, which lies in the intelligence, in a congenial way. But the same boy can say that I'm going to become a hippie and loiter on the street. The option is his. Father is equally available. Are you getting confused?
No, Mataji, only there are 2 things running in my head right now with your explanation about the animal Gajendra Moksh, that part where he remembers God when he was being dragged by a crocodile, and Krishna himself comes to save. And you told us a story about Ajamil, where he also just says Narayana at deathbed. That's where again Krishna comes, the angels come and So Mataji, where this line which I asked you, so there's an animal and there's a human. So I don't know how do I explain.
Okay, so
this.
Gajendra is a divine elephant. He's not an ordinary elephant. He was one of the, who was Gajendra in the past life? Madri Mataji, who was Gajendra in the past life?
He was Indradumna, ma'am.
Indradumna. He's a divine elephant. He's not ordinary elephant.
Okay.
Okay, so
He could remember his devotion life, previous devotion life. So he started praying.
Okay. Actually, I was thinking if the animal also remembers God, would they come and are they offering a devotional service?
Yes.
So that was the thing which was running in my mind regarding this line.
Yes, if there is
I deviated from the topic, but just a doubt.
No, yes, I have seen it in Gitanagri. There are cats because it's a farm. It's 350-acre land, Gitanagri farm in Pennsylvania. we have so many cats, and I always wonder, the cats are supposed to be wild animals in the forest, right? There's so much of forest there, but they always come and live with devotees. They don't leave the devotees, they just live. I have seen like devotees carrying, my own children carry them and they run around. Yuck. I feel like, but I've seen, and then I said one day one devotee tried. Okay, they tried to put the cat in the faraway woods. But next morning we saw the cat sleeping in our porch. Again, she came back. So it's some past life that it's getting association of the devotees.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you were also saying, no, that these monkeys in Vrindavana are also actually.
Yeah, the monkeys in Vrindavan, the Prabhupada explains is that everyone in Vrindavan Dham is going to Krishna. But why there are so many monkeys? There are monkeys because these people were in human beings in the past life and they committed offense. Dham aparad. So now they have to become a monkey and get purified, because in animal life there is no sin. And then they go to Krishna. We should not waste our time in becoming a monkey. Just don't commit offenses. Girija Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
First thing is the same question which she had asked. The birth of a Brahmana and the dog. Is the karma of the previous birth, is it that way?
Mataji, karma means activity, right? So in that way, you're correct that whatever activity they did and they get the result according to what they did. Did they do an activity in which they wanted to remember Krishna, or did they do an activity in which they wanted to forget Krishna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and next comes this Archa Vigraha, which we actually, is it the Lord is invoked with certain mantras, or is it through somebody's visualizing it as a Lord? How is it done?
Mataji, first of all, the Archa Vigraha has to be established by a bona fide Acharya or under the supervision of a bona fide, Acharya. So, because they can invite Krishna in that particular form, they can invite. And then they give us the regulations that, okay, now you carry on the service of the Lord, because I have invited the Lord. Now you carry on the service of the Lord by this particular vidhi. So, okay, yes, there are a lot of rules and regulations, which actually there are no rules and regulations to chant Hare Krishna, right? Only one thing, that do attentive chanting. You can do any time of the day, but in worshipping Krishna in the Archa Vigraha, there are rules and regulations.
Like at home also we invite deities and we do our normal puja. Then is it not considered as Archa Vigraha? What is it like at home?
Yes, if you are placing the deities on the altar along with the Guru Parampara. If you have the Guru Parampara there, then yes, your service is going to your deities through the Parampara. Yes.
Okay, and in Uttamadhikari, all L is, you had mentioned LE. What is the
living entity?
Living entity, okay. Okay, and one more thing, what is this?
Space.
Okay, I got it. And what is this Atma Rama? Can you explain once again?
Yes, Madhuri Mataji, do you want to explain Atmaram?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Exact definition you want, Mataji?
No, Mataji, the meaning she's asking. Mataji, Rama means pleasure potency. Okay, Atma means self. Atma word. Actually, Atma Rama has 7 meanings. I'm going to show you the Girija Mataji, I'm going to show you the reference. So, one who takes pleasure in the self. That is the word meaning of the word Atma Rama. Okay, but I'm going to give you more confusion. So, okay, there is this book called Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, in this Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, there is a chapter on explanation of the Atmaram verse, chapter 15.
Okay.
Okay, chapter 15 mein Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining this verse, first canto, 7th chapter, 10th verse. Atmaramascha munayo nigrahanta pirukrame kurvanti ahetukim bhaktim itham bhuta guno hari. In that particular verse, there are 7 meanings to the word Atma. You can read this chapter. I have a very good friend. I was talking to her about this chapter one day, and I said, I love this book, but I couldn't understand this chapter well. She said she didn't even read this chapter because she couldn't. She read the whole book and skipped this chapter. Actually, now I'm reading 11 words in this Atmaram verse. And as far as the word Atmaram is concerned, the Lord has explained the word Atma as 7 meanings. Absolute personality of Godhead, the body, the mind, endeavor, intelligence, conviction, and nature.
Oh.
The word Arama means enjoyer. Anyone who takes pleasure in the cultivation of these 7 items is known as Atmaram. Okay?
Yes, Mataji.
Khushbu Mataji will be so happy with all this. She's scholarly.
Mataji, I'm thinking and I'm reading. I'm like so detailed it is.
Yes, it's very nice. Yes. I read this book. I was going to Silicon Valley. The whole flight, I finished the book. It was so nice. It was very nice. So you also take a flight and go and read the book. Smita Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, my actual is not related
Stop
to
the
this.
recording.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you very well.